Speaking freedom. Speaking freedom. Giving you the answers to be free. Be free. Be free. 'Cause we're speaking freedom.
Let's. Okay, so last night I was supposed to do a final video pertaining to the XXX page and something that I posted yesterday. And I never actually got around to it because I ended up getting a little lit and going to sleep a little bit early. So today I wanted to do this video to describe some things on my mind. And this video is going to be about, so yesterday, amongst the things that I posted, I posted a video clip that was a couple who had got into a fight. And after the fight, one of the people posted, like, we got into a fight, but I still wanted to cuddle and hold her. So, I went and it depicted the person laying in the bed and them hugging and, kind of cuddling, despite the fact that they had just gotten into a argument or disagreement. And immediately I was like, yes, because listen, this is the type of person I am. If I have a problem with you, I like to address things straight up. I used to be the type of person that would just not say nothing, hope, you would notice that I was acting different. And then, eventually you would change, or I would say something, but I would act like it wasn't a big deal. And I would kind of avoid conflict in relationship. Now, listen, this gonna sound crazy because I am a very outspoken person who, when the need arises, will address conflict head on. Like, I'm straight with it. But in relationship, I try to do everything in my nature to keep peace or to make it not be that bad, quote unquote. But the reality is I've grown up and now I'm at a point to where I would rather address something than to walk on eggshells and be nervous that if I say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing, suggest the wrong thing, or, do something that ticks you off, that it's either going to be a fight or we going to break up, or, it's going to be a whole blowout. So for a long time, I would just avoid blowouts, especially when I was married. Oh my God, man, I'm so thankful that I got a divorce. I would, instead of, wanting to talk about things that was bothering me or address conflict, even when we would argue or fight or something, we would just go weeks without talking to each other. Like walking around the house, or I still cooked. I still, did the things that I was supposed to do as a woman, as a wife, but we would literally just be walking around in two separate worlds while living in the same house. Like the other person almost didn't even exist. Really, honestly. So because of that, it taught me to walk on eggshells in relationship. And I think that was probably one of the first relationships that I had. Like, I dated people and, everything, but I am not a serious dater. I don't take people serious until they show me that they're serious. So until you put do something to let me know you serious, I don't like claim you like that. And in order for how me and my ex-husband ended up even dating, I really wasn't feeling him at first. And I just felt like, okay, well, I'm going to give him a chance. He seems like a nice guy. And despite the fact that I had my reservations, and even called off the engagement at one point, I proceeded forward. And, like, it really wasn't like, oh, I was so head over heels in love. I was, trying something different. I was trying to get away from what I felt like was the problem with me not finding the right person. So when he was persistent about dating me, I was like, okay, all right. But you need to know that this is the way that I approached it. This is my requirements. These are the things that I'm into, and I'm not getting away from what I'm into. So if you're not into it, then we probably won't work. And then it was like, me and you can go out and I won't talk to nobody else. But until I'm engaged, we're not like in a serious relationship. Like, we just dating. And I won't I am not the type of person that talks to like several people. I explained why in a video from yesterday. But at the same time, if you are not my man, like if I don't have a ring on my finger, then I am not, obligated to you. I am not, I'm not yours until I'm yours, nigga. And this is just how I was. So I was like, I didn't say that to him at the time because I was deeply religious. So I was just like, I go to church, you got to do this, you got to do that. And I'm not yours and off the market unless I'm engaged. Like, I don't just casually date people and whatever. And then I was like, we can't have sex either. And he was like, cool. He was with it, like, all right. He started going to church and doing everything that he thought that I wanted him to do. But what I realize now is that it didn't allow us to really like each other for who we were, but we were liking each other based on the concept of who religion says that we should be. And because of that, it was like seeing each other through a glass with dirt in it, like through a dirty lens, because you're not even seeing a real person. You seeing the extra shit that they're doing to cover up who they really are in most cases. And not cover it up like that, but that's what religion is. It teaches you to deny yourself, to deny who you are, to deny who God created you to be. So, basically that's what you do. So, but I'm saying all of this to say, I don't really date people if we're not like together. I date people, but I don't consider myself off the market unless I'm with you and I got a ring on my finger, or we like living together, or like nowadays in my mindset now compared to then, if we exchange keys and you can come and go as you please in my house and I can come and go as I please in your house, and you trust me and I got alarm codes, and like that's equivalent to being married and in a committed relationship to me today. Like then I didn't even own a house, nigga. Like I wasn't, my mindset was something totally different. But now I have a different perspective and understanding, especially in steps with moving forward. So now I like to, since then in the relationship, I used to walk on eggshells. I'd be scared because I didn't feel like fucking arguing all the goddamn time. So, and not scared like necessarily he was going to do something to me, but we did have physical fights. So yeah, it began to be a fear, like if I say something, it's going to blow up, and I just didn't never feel like it. So, and I am going to defend myself in every situation. So long term, it just did not work because I had to stop being myself. I couldn't speak up anymore. So with that, now, short end of the loan, if I get into a relationship, I want to make sure that it's somebody that I can communicate with, that I can totally be myself, that I can say what I need to say, do what I need to do, move how I need to move. And within each other, there's a level of respect that, you are privy to because of the level of the relationship. But when you do that, I don't want to, voice my, so all of that is relevant, all of the story, because I've learned that I don't want to have to voice my opinion and then feel like I'm hated because I said how I felt about something, or feel like, now we gonna be not speaking or walking around the house with silent treatments and shit. So over the years, I've learned to be more aware of the things that I really desire in a relationship. And for me, at this point in my life, I want to be able to discuss something, whether it gets us upset, whether it is a heated debate, and then be able to go to bed and still know that no matter what was said, everything that was done in love. Everything that was said, it was said from a place of growth and addressing things, you know what I'm saying? And not having to hold on to that to where you going to bed mad. Like, I want to kiss my husband goodnight every single night. I want to not like pecking and shit. I want to goddamn tongue this man down, you know what I'm saying, after every motherfucking night. You know what I'm saying? After every day when we get home, I want to feel like this is my safe place. So when I posted that, it was like, it really touched me because that's where I am mentally in my life. That's the type of relationship. I don't give a fuck if we just fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you get your ass in this motherfucking bed and we about to fuck, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I also believe that my conflict resolution perspective in relationship is to start off being able to communicate and being vulnerable and being truthful and honest, so that you don't have to start out pretending and lying and trying to cover up, you know what I'm saying, things that you shouldn't have to cover up if this is somebody that you're trying to build with. I mean, and look, I always say that I don't want to jump in like we're going to get married. However, there is some level of commitment or mindset within the first 6 months to a year to where the potential of the relationship should be going. You know what I'm saying? Like, after 6 months or a year, you should know if y'all could be cool enough to hang around. After 3 months, you know what I'm saying? So, at some point, it goes to the next level and all of that. But in those growing stages, it should come from communication. In the video that I did yesterday, I kept saying the closer you get, the more sexual the relationship, the deeper the sexual relationship will be. And this is no different than that, honestly. So, I was making this video because I really wanted to talk about how that couple cuddled after not being happy with each other, after arguing or fussing. You know what I'm saying? And that's very important in a relationship, to be able to have a disagreement and then still want to sex each other. So my mindset and understanding when it comes to relationship and talking about stuff, I want to be able, the conflict resolution system is to get each other into the most vulnerable place where you're not defensive. So my suggestion is, I suggest sexual actions that make room for the conversation to be had in a calm and soothing place. Like, after you just nut, you was not trying to argue. So if you talking about something that needs for the atmosphere to be calm, then that's the time sometimes to see if, am I really that mad, or am I just tripping right now? And then we didn't just fuck, and now, it didn't lower my temper a little bit. And I still might need to say something like, that had, made me feel some type of way, or, that that had, you know what I'm saying, like that, how this was wrong and this is how I feel about it. And it's not necessarily about right or wrong, because I don't want anybody in a relationship to try to be right all the time. It's about making it work and putting in effort to understand each other's opinions, to understand where each other person perspective come from, so that you know what you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that you can begin to make whatever adjustments to your understanding, to your seeing things, to the way you move, to help the relationship, because you do end up changing. You do end up growing and all of those things. But like, I think that if you introduce sex where arguments lie, then you will have a calmer response over time. Like, I just believe that. Like, I believe if I suck your dick and I'm still mad, if you goddamn make me squirt and I'm still mad, then okay, we need to have a conversation. I mean, and you need to talk about something that bothered you regardless. But the urgency and the way that you talk about something that's petty when you are in the midst of feeling that moment, versus when you're vulnerable, when you've just relaxed your mind and y'all just bonded for a moment before you had a discussion about something that you know what I'm saying, you're trying to get an understanding with. And in my conflict resolution, like, I don't believe in arguing like that. I don't believe in all that fighting and shit. If you gotta fight all the goddamn time, then you don't need to be together. But I also believe that that you will have disagreements. But there is something to know that one, if you're having sex regularly, then it won't be odd when you want to have sex. However, you can let a person know, like, you know, I'm feeling some type of way, or something is going on, or I want to discuss something, but I want to relax before I do that. And then y'all can go from there. Now, that doing it like that may make it a little bit more uncomfortable, but it'll also give you the opportunity in your mind to prepare yourself. And it kind of acts as a buffer that a person wants to be intimate with you and bond with you before they even take a chance to disagree with you. So we're going to bond. We're going to consummate the relationship. We're going to get each other to a place to where we feel like we can talk. This is why most people talk after sex, and if all that pillow talking shit is because that's your most vulnerable time. So instead of pillow talking about other people's business, if you address your own shit during that moment, then you will be able to bond and grow in your relationship, instead of always looking outward at what other people ain't doing, or, you know what I'm saying, thinking about how you can put on a show and all the extra bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You got to address what's going on inside. You know what I'm saying? You got to take that time to express yourself, to allow the other person to really know what's, because look, I don't give a fuck how psychic a bitch is. I don't care how much you might have insight or be able to read a motherfucker goddamn. I don't care about none of that shit. At some point, you got to express yourself. At some point, you got to be able to talk to the person that you with about the things that's going on in your relationship and your mindset and everything that God has given you to provide the lifestyle and the love that you're desiring. In order for that to grow, you got to be able to have the conversation so that you know what things to try to put behind you and let go. Because the more you comfort each other, the more you... I don't want to say it's not a validation, but make people feel secure in areas where other people have made those areas diminish. The more you sustain that relationship, the more you make sure that the other person know that it's secure, the tighter the bond will be, the more ride or die type vibes you're going to have in your tribe, because you're overcoming together. You're growing and knowing and loving each other together with effort. That is putting in effort to your growing together, to your healing together. And then, or in some instances, you may discuss things before having sex, so that you're discussing things and you're getting over things, and then you're bonding because we're still together after the fact. You know what I'm saying? So when I posted that, I really wanted to do this video because, listen, I done been in a relationship that was toxic, to say the least. And I never want to be in a relationship like that again, to where I don't feel like I'm comfortable enough to speak up about how I feel, or like I can, really be myself, or, you know what I'm saying, I can really address the things that's going on in my mind, or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is so important to be able to communicate with the person that you're with, that I never want to feel like that again. So I want to be able to argue or fuss, or, you know what I'm saying, have a discussion. And because I don't want to argue. And if we argue, and it ain't going to be about no stupid shit, it's going to be about something significant that's worth, you know what I'm saying, arguing. Otherwise, we should be able to talk like civilized adults and then go fuck when we finish. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how I see things. So I think it's very important to always, you know what I'm saying, love each other intimately and kiss each other and passionately, and, you know what I'm saying, like all of the affection. When I talk about, I want to, you know what I'm saying, play with you while we doing what we doing, you know what I'm saying, like moving around, or the other intimate things that we do amongst each other. That's because it keeps the chemistry and fire strong. It keeps the interest and the intrigue there. When you play those type of games, like catch me if you can type, you know what I'm saying, vibes. And listen, the best thing that you can do is to be with somebody that you can really share yourself with, that you can really be yourself with, and, you know what I'm saying, express yourself with. And if you do that, if two people come together and they're really able to communicate, they'll always be great. That's just how I think. I love you. Bye. Speaking Freedom presents Good Head Group, providing advanced spiritual studies and personal developmental insight. Brought to you by Love Gang and Speaking Freedom. We look forward to helping you grow in all the areas of your life. We hope that you find all the information needed for your growth. God bless. Please listen to all disclaimers provided. If you are currently under physician's care, please maintain that relationship. This is not intended to stop your current treatment plan. If you need physician care, please seek out medical attention. Please note, all results are based on the individual's ability to adapt and adjust to any given environment and situation. We are not responsible for your results at Speaking Freedom. The life enhancement coaches at Speaking Freedom provide information to help you grow. You are responsible for maintaining that growth, taking on and then applying the information to your individual life as you deem needed and necessary. This may contain and explain explicit content. Please use parental discretion. For best results, you will need an open mind, the ability to research, and a balanced lifestyle.
Please join us daily for your inspiration and motivation.
We have the entire world to offer you at your fingertips. Your life enhancement coaching specialist. Thank you for choosing us to assist you in accomplishing your personal and professional goals. And have a beautiful day. In love, we trust. This is brought to you by Good Head Group, Love Gang, and Speaking Freedom. We thank God for you, and we love you.
Hi, I'm Kaci. Dr. Kaci, to be exact, owner of Speaking Freedom LLC, Love Gang, and Good Head Group LLC. I am also a certified life coach and host of Speaking Freedom Radio and TV. Although I have recently become an ordained minister, please be aware that I am still me, raw and uncut the way God made me and allowed life to shape me. I pray and expect God to use me for people who can receive the way I communicate, as well as my delivery. I am not for those who are already saved, religious, or super deep. I am for the leaders, hustlers, and street influencers around the world, including pimps, killers, drug dealers, and working girls. I am sharing my experiences and perspective to help someone be inspired to be better. And for those who can identify with the various aspects of my mindset. My mindset alone does not determine the status of any active connections or current relationships that have not already been specifically addressed. Additionally, these recordings should not be taken personally if I have not already spoken to you about the topic or expressed that I have an issue. These recordings are a part of my life's work to document my experience, perspective, and to see how life has shaped me. My plan in using my stories publicly and socially is to encourage growth in those who can identify with the experiences and find inspiration in my life to heal and overcome the path that they've been set on, no matter what they face, as according to the purpose of their soul, until healing takes place. Despite the experiences that I may have had with any person, sometimes known and unknown, I hold no grudges, no hate, no bitterness, or any other ill feelings against anyone. I pray that your life is whole and very fruitful. I forgive you as I hope that you forgive me if I have wronged you or anyone that you know or anyone who listens to me. I pray that you have peace and extend the same grace to others. I have love for everyone, especially on a human level, despite flaws or experiences. But that doesn't mean that I will associate or be close to every human that I know or meet. I've experienced a very eventful life and truly believe that my mindset and story based on experiences could help those who identify with how I think and are looking for inspiration to grow further, go beyond hurt, and be great. I pray that these recordings bless you and your soul in every way and whatever way God has intended. Sending love and light to all. Thanks for listening. Achieve your dreams.